Hey guys, Jacob Moon with Jacob Moon. I have a brand new live stream for you guys. This one's not really about much. Basically, my Autobot shelf has become too full. So I'm going to have to rearrange it so I can fit the newest guy, which you saw in my last video, hopefully, onto there. And the problem is, like I said, the shelf is just too full. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all the Autobot shelf, or all the Autobots off the shelf and reorganize them so hopefully they can fit. And yes, I know Voltron does not count as an Autobot, but he's there. So yeah, I'm gonna move all these guys, hopefully put them in that box there, and then reorganize them like that. So yeah, that's the goal. Let's find out if we can actually do that. I'm probably gonna have the camera set up right here for all if not most of this, so that way, and I'll show you each of them as we go down. I don't have a whole lot of time to do this, so I got like 20 minutes before my school starts back up. Hey JP, glad you could make it. And I'm trying to avoid that. That meaning dropping them all. So, trying to avoid doing that. Alright, first Transformer up. Probably going to be one that I'm going to be sharing very soon. Actually, well, I've already shared this guy, so that's him. That was made for Brick-a-Tech contest. Optimus Prime. He is a finished one. This is an updated version of my last version I showed you guys on my channel. You can go find that video. But yeah, this is an updated version, so that's going to be coming out very soon, hopefully. And then we have Roller, his weapons, the weapons of Prime. And what I've been trying to do is I'm trying to keep all of my ones I haven't made videos on this side of the shelf, and all the ones I have go on this side. So I'm showing each of them as we go by. Ironhide, one of my favorites. Couple of small guys. And Jolly. Excuse me. Haven't been feeling well the past couple of days, so let's see. Checking the chat. I am reading the chat, so if you're typing, I am reading. Still trying to avoid doing that. Let's see what just fell. We've got, alright. More Ninjago. You have, if I can find the piece he lost. And he did. There's one. Yeah, let me know if you have any questions. I'm just showing them off as I go along. Trying to make sure I don't lose too many pieces. Alright. So yeah, Ninjago Combiner. That's just a few of them. I did lose one piece. Hopefully I can go back and hunt for it later. But for now, we're going to stay like that. Alright. Drop those in there. I'll keep an eye out for it as we move on. Suck Up. Another good Transformer made by Mindbender. Ninjago Combiner. Here we go. Now we can get some really cool Transformers. Here's Swoop. I really love this swoop. A personal favorite. Here's Solar Stream, which looks awesome. I really like this guy as well. He was made for that one that is tribute. Alright, more Ninjago combiner. This is my favorite of the Ninjago combiners. Here is another one. This is the last one, I believe. Alright, moving on. We got Time Warp. Another favorite. Another one of those challenges for the Well of All Sparks. Ecto 1. There you go. Another one of those challenges. Hey, Dan Studios, how you doing? Here we have the Batmobile Transformer. And he does have an alternate weapon. The Bat Merch Cannon. So, right now he's sporting his shark repellent cannon. But you can replace it with the Bat Merch if you want to. Here we have Jazz, another personal favorite. Here we have Bumblebee. Yeah, I'm okay with him. He's not really a favorite of mine. Nowhere near the top, if I'm being honest. Grimlock, now he's a personal favorite. I have fixed him up a bit. I tiled his entire chest so that way he looks a little smoother. Looks better in my opinion. Brain Game. Sadly, he's gotten a downgrade. I had to steal the hinges out of his video games. So, we got a blue one now. It just doesn't look right. I also had to steal one of his red jumper plates on his arm. So, you may have saw that in the video. My last video. This guy, fuel gauge. I used him as scale and you could tell that it was missing that piece. Cosmos, which goes like that actually. Oh, Dan Studios, you're changing your name. Alright, what do you think about changing it to? If you don't mind me wondering. There is Daniel. He's a pretty cool one. I like him a lot. I don't know why I still have this thing together, to be honest. I have no clue why I have this thing together. Dan at SBP. Interesting. I'm not... What does the SBP stand for? But, yeah, I don't know why I still have this guy together. I guess I just haven't needed to take him apart. But I really am thinking about doing that because I'm not a big fan of him. It's just a mech, and mechs bore me a little bit. Salt Brick Productions. Oh, okay. Here we have Omega Supreme. Another downgrade. I had to steal the snot brick from the back of his head. So it makes it look a little darker and not as well. Hey, Hooded Spider. Glad you can make it. Here we have Power Glide. All of the Transformers you've seen on my YouTube channel, I still have put together, except for one. And that's Bruticus. I'm still trying to get that Mach Hub problem figured out. Here we have Fort Max. Really like this guy. Love his blaster. He looks really cool. Alright, now we're coming on to the end of it. I had to steal this guy's jumper plates, but that is viewer suggested model Long Shot. I'm trying to remember the name. So yeah, that's Long Shot. And lastly, the last three. We're down to Hot Rod, Cybertronian version, which is cool. I like him. Here we have Sea Spray, another personal favorite, just because I love how clean his modes are, except for the studs, which I actually really like the studded look. And then lastly, the last Autobot I have up here on the shelf is Star Saber. He's the biggest of them all. Except for the upcoming Transformer that I'm sure you guys will be excited to see whenever some of you may already know about it. And here are all the Autobots in their box. Now I just gotta lay them all back up there and hopefully include fuel gauge right here. So hopefully that's the next thing to do. Let me get him to stand properly. Now I'm gonna dust off the shelf because it's not bad on the dust. Not as bad as I thought it'd be. Alright. And now to put them all back up. Yay. So let's see if we can do this in less than 10 minutes. Ready, set, go. Star Saber. You're up first. I do want to leave room for Prime because Prime is probably going to be my next Autobot video. So I want to leave space so Prime can be up there very soon. I actually need to pose this guy differently because he won't fit with that. Like that. Well, there we go. And, oh, I missed the chat. Okay. Hey, you changed it. That was fast. Alright. So, why the name change, if you don't mind me asking? So I actually like Dan Studios, and I think it fits what you do pretty well. Okay, yeah, we're going to need to move you. About there. That'll work for now. Alright, Sea Spray, you're up next, because you're tall. I'll put Prime right between those two. And don't worry, guys, you do get to see what this thing looks like before I go. Cut off the string. Hopefully. So this is really going to be a whole lot of trial and error on my part. Trying to see what works and what doesn't work. But then again, that's what my YouTube channel is. Am I right? Hey, Gundam Productions. How we doing? I'm just putting all my Transformers back on the shelf. I don't actually have a whole lot more Transformers to make videos on. I have 2 Autobots left, and I think 2 Decepticons. I mean, unless you want to count Voltron, which I'm not sure if you count him an Autobot or a Decepticon. It's up to you guys to decide, I guess. Tell me, do you count Voltron as a Transformer? He's not in the Transformers universe, but he does technically transform, in my opinion. So, would he be okay to put in my Transformers series, or should I make a whole separate video on him? Or should I do both? So that way I make everybody happy. Well, can't make everybody happy. Wait. How do you build the Transformers? Voltron counts as an alternate dimension Transformer. LOL. Do both. Well, what I mean by both is I'll add him to my other mocked playlist and my Transformers playlist. And I'll count him as a Lego Transformer. But then the problem with that is, if I do that, I'll have to make the Power Rangers to even it out. So that way, whenever I get to 50 Transformers, my 50th Transformer special, which is awesome, by the way, could actually make sense. Basically, this stream has become me complaining about stuff. Alright. I'm going to put the mech right. See, I have this mech still, and I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I don't really have a purpose for it, other than it looks kind of cool. So, I really have no clue what to do. I'll probably just end up destroying it, honestly. So, I have no real need for it. Right now, I'm just doing a rough sketch of how these things would look. I need to put Daniel right here instead of Bumblebee. And Bumblebee right here instead of Hot Rod. And then they all need to be squeezed a little closer together. As close as I can get. Oh, don't be rolling anywhere. Let's see. Shoot, GTG. See ya, bros. Alright, by Gundam Productions. And just like that, he was gone like the wind. Alright, I think that's leaving enough space for him. So I'm just going to start double layering them. Anybody who's shorter than Bumblebee is going to go right there. It includes you, Brain Game. You, Jazz. And this guy, which is missing an arm. Omega Supreme. Oh, that's another Brain Game piece. Man, 4 people watching. Thank you guys so much for being entertained by me talking to myself, really. And putting Transformers on a shelf. Now, you should make Lego stop motion. I have, Dan. I actually have a playlist on my channel. If you go look, it's my stop motions playlist. Go check them out. You probably won't be too impressed by them, honestly. I think the second one I made was the best out of the 2. I've only made 2 so far. I plan on making more, though. But the only issue I have is I need a good background setup so I can actually make a good looking stop motion. And the only way to do that is to either paint my canvases that I use for filming my studio, or like my reviews, my white background, they're actually canvases. And then the other option is to go out and buy like more, which I don't have money. And then the other option, last option, is just to stick with what I have, which is a wood floor and a white wall. Here's an idea: you should get a webcam. Okay, well, here's an idea. Why do I need a webcam? See, right now I use my tablet, and then I can use a app I have on the tablet to do that kind of stuff. Alright, its gun broke. Didn't notice that. See, I use Stop Motion Studio. From what I've heard, it's a pretty popular Lego YouTube or Lego stop motion app, and it works pretty well. I like it. It takes a little bit of practice to get used to. The biggest issue with it is sound. Trying to get the voice acting to work, in my opinion, it's the hardest. But it doesn't bother me too much. Webcams are more smaller and they can fit in certain places. Well, okay, but I'm just wondering, like, my tablet's pretty small. It's a Samsung Galaxy Tab A, and now that I've fixed the rebooting problem, it would be a whole lot easier for me to do live streams and do stop motions and stuff like that. I put air quotations around fixing because it hasn't rebooted in a while, but it did reboot at one point. So I have no clue whether or not it's gonna be like an off and on rebooting kind of thing, or if it's fixed now or what. 2 people watching. Do I have a computer? Yes, I have 2. I have 2 desktop computers. I have 1 laptop. Oh, I also wanted to update you guys on Time Warp here. Tell me if I should make a new video on him, because now I've actually made it where all his wheels can roll in car mode. So, y'all want me to make an update video on him, I can, but I'm leaving that up to you to decide. Because it's not a humongous modification. All I did was just use some new pieces, and it allowed him the ability to drive, like the wheels to roll. And it's pretty cool. Nice, you can use them to make stop motion if you get a webcam. Alright. Well, like I said, I use an app, which I believe, I know, what was his name? uses it too. That Thunder guy from the chat you made, Frame 12, that guy, yeah, he uses it too, but he uses Pro version. I just use regular version, stop motion. Regular stop motion studio, and so it's a little, because I just don't have the budget to like buy that kind of stuff. See, if I get money, I usually spend it on Lego. Wait, oh hey, Frank 17 the second. How are we doing? Oh, don't fall over. Please don't fall over. I'm reorganizing my shelf. Or cheap. Alright. Well, yeah, I'll have to look into it and see what the advantages of the webcam actually is. But, yeah, I'll look into it. See what I can do. Because, really, I actually I wasn't feeling so good today, so I stayed home. Oh, okay. Well, I've got school in 1 minute, so I have to go. But here, real quick, I can show you guys what the new shelf looks like. So far, I've still got a few Transformers left to go through. They're really just small ones. But I did leave a big space right there for Optimus whenever I make his video. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for live streaming with me. Dan, private message me those on Google Hangouts. And I will see you guys in the next live stream or video. I have no clue which.